Hi ladies, this is Cammie back here at Fit Chicks. We're bringing you another video. We have our lovely Nicole Thomas here in the studio, and this time we're going to be working on flexibility. As we go through our workout, Nicole is going to share with us some of the ways and how, I guess I should say also, flexibility has really helped her out the last probably year. That she has been working a flexibility routine. So we're going to go through 8 exercises, just like our normal setup here. You'll hear Q Lady. We're going to hold each exercise during our Q Lady time, which is 35 seconds. Come out and relax that stretch, and then we'll go back in. I'm also going to be jumping in, giving Nicole some movements, having her move a different direction so you get a different angle. Hopefully I'm going to stay out of the shot, but I might have to hop in there. It could get crazy up in here. We don't know what's going on. All right, so our first exercise we're going to do, or our first stretch we're going to start here in 12 seconds. Going to have Nicole standing facing forward, right arm out, bring it across your chest. Okay, and we're going to be starting that for first set here in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Okay, keep that shoulder down. I'm not hold by her, am I? I forgot I was listening to the cardio clock. The ding started there first. That's all right. Shoulder is down. This helps stretch those muscles, traps, rhomboids all along the back, even our reverse delt muscle. Keep breathing, nice controlled. Keep those abs tight. Ladies, you can also do this stretch seated. Most of these stretches you can do seated. Okay. I feel like she's coming right around there. I'm like, there she is. Okay, relax, shake them out. All right, so Nicole is nice and loosened up. She had a good session before she came in. Nicole, how are you feeling right now?
Feel good.
Feeling good, feeling good. Okay, we're going to go to the other arm across. Nicole, this time I'm going to have you turn. Here's set 2. Turn sideways so you can see that her shoulder is dropped. Her core is tight. And she's just pulling that arm over as far as she can. It does not have to come all the way across to get a good stretch. There's that misconception that more stretching is better, okay? If I ask you to reach over and reach for your toes, and your hamstrings are saying, I cannot do that, do not force them. So find that spot where it's comfortable. I feel Nicole zen right now. I feel take your break. I feel Nicole is like real...
Super chill.
Super chill. All right, we're going to do 2 more here. I'm going to keep you standing for this. There we go. Set 3. Shoulder is down and back. Core is tight. Now, another thing we talk about, thank you, is notice how her chin is down in neutral position and pushed back so that her ears are in line over her shoulders. When we say drop the chin and put it in the drawer, this is what we're referring to. That is your natural alignment for your neck. We live in a society where we are hovered over our computers, phones, whatever gadget we have, typing away at the screen. And everything, we get this, what they call upper cross syndrome. Everything in the front tightens up, take your break, and everything in the back gets stretched out. So we want to practice drop the chin and put it in the drawer. 1 more here. There she is, yeah. Good work. Okay, for the next exercise, I'm going to have Nicole, and I'm going to have to move the table here, so bear with me. But I'm going to have Nicole move over to the wall. We're going to open the chest up. If you have a hallway or a doorway you can walk through where you can put both arms up at the same time, that is excellent. We don't currently have that situation right here, so we're going to do 1 arm at a time. But we want to open that chest up. That's also part of that upper cross where our chest muscles become tight and our shoulders roll in. Okay, so we're going to come over to the gray wall, moving, yep. Elbow is bent. Scoot over a little closer, straddle, yep. Put that elbow on, and you're going to rotate away from the wall. Feeling that?
Begin set 1.
Yep. Keep that shoulder down, letting that chest drop. Some people prefer to do this with a straight arm back. It's whatever you feel. I'm going to have Nicole try that here in just a second, see which one she likes better. So we'll stay on this side for the second stretch with a straight arm. Good. Now, Nicole, could you imagine walking into a doorway where you can put both arms and leaning forward? How awesome that stretch would be. Nice work, ladies.
Stop, exercise.
Good. So here's how this time, think of this as the wall. Let me do it back here. Right here, arm straight, and rotate, sir. You're almost a little more diagonal. Yep.
Begin set 2.
All right, here's set 2. So Nicole, what are some of the ways that flexibility training has helped you?
It's helped in everything I do. It's helped my form when I'm in the gym, in here in the weight room. It's helped my coordination, my speed, less pain. I sleep better. Everything is. It's all about being stretchy.
Being stretchy. I like that word, stretchy. So our muscles have natural elastin in them, and as we age, unfortunately, we lose that. I know we hear that all the time. Take your break. As women, we're always worried about losing that elastin in our skin, but our muscles have that same elastin. So working that flexibility helps keep it from hardening up, helps keep those muscles loose, and that also helps protect the joints.
Set 3.
Here's set 3, our tendons and ligaments. Very good. Shoulder is down.
I've also noticed a difference in my muscles are longer.
Muscles are longer, yes, because they got that stretch. They're not all compact in what we call that eccentric phase of the muscle movement. They're able to relax and come out of that contraction. Nice job, ladies. So here in a second, I'm going to ask Nicole, take your break on this one, to share with us how she feels in her knees. So like me, I have a lot of previous knee injuries, a lot of scar tissue, and I get a lot of swelling in my knees throughout the day because I'm on my feet so much. Nicole, here we set 4. How does that help you with the stretching?
I am stretching. I can get a lot deeper in my squats. I can run again without pain. It was just really finding out that my ligaments around my knee were so tight. And so by stretching routinely, I can do so, and it took a good year to get here, but it was slow and worth it.
Slow and worth it. Took about a year to get here with consistent routine. I think a lot of times what we forget is when we have things like arthritis, or which a lot of times that's where our swelling comes from. It's from everything being stuck together, and that movement and flexibility helps everything relax. Okay. Shoulder, so I'm going to have you come back over to the mat. So I'm going to have Nicole start facing the other way. She's going to take her right hand, place it behind her back with her palm facing out. Keep those shoulders down and back. This is first step. We've got an addition to this here in a second, but this is step 1. Now, put the chin in the drawer and drop the chin away from that arm that's behind your back. It's coming through the top of the shoulder all the way into the neck. A lot of us carry all our tightness and stress right along the neck and the shoulders. I'm just standing here doing it with you, Nicole, because it feels so nice. I know, we all are. Roz is back there doing it. We're just standing here watching Nicole doing an excellent job demonstrating. All right, drop that hand. We're going to do the other arm. I tell you what, on this one, Nicole, why don't you turn around and face forward so they can see from the front that she's got her shoulders down and back. Behind the back, that palm is facing away. Her chin is down and in the drawer. Drop the ear to the opposite shoulder. Elbow is out. Head is dropped away.
A really tight side.
Look, she's smiling. She's feeling it. We always have that really tight side. Just like we find that one leg the lunges don't work as well on. It's the same with all of this.
I think another really important thing I've learned in the last year is that stretching is exercise.
Stretching is exercise.
It's not
Exactly.
a waste of your time at all.
No. And so a little bit, most of you know Nicole is also a nurse, so she has some anatomy knowledge. I'm going to get her set up, and then I'm going to ask her this next question. Turn around. Go back to the right arm, behind the head, palm is out. Now this time, take your other hand and place it in the palm. So as of right now, both of her elbows are out. Take that left elbow and push it back. There we go. Now drop the head away from that elbow. Other head direction. There we go.
And before we go to that, I'm Miss Rosin here. Hi there, I'm here too. The idea that flexibility is exercise, I think, is a great point. I've had to get to that place. I think I'm there now as I'm turning a different age very soon. And so being willing to incorporate flexibility training into my life, I think I'm going to be there. So ladies, we're going to challenge everyone when you're in the studio, if you come in, to use Pre-Core. We have that Pre-Core flexibility trainer here, the Pre-Core flexibility trainer. Some ways you put it as part of your workout, but you have the opportunity to come in early, stay late, to do it all the time while you're here. And so use that trainer to get you into perfect form, perfect position.
Begin set 4.
Okay, Nicole, I'm going to have you turn and face towards Tough so they can see that your arm is... So see how her elbow on that side is pulled back a little? Not everybody's going to have that much flexibility. It's not going to pull back as much, but that just gives a little deeper stretch to that other side. I know it seems weird that does it, but it does.
So, Kimmy, question. My hand that I'm putting in my back, does it matter if I put it up my back or on the small of my back?
No, it's kind of like, mine is right about my waistband, right about your hips. So it doesn't have to be up high. Now, somebody with a little more flexibility in their shoulders could probably go up high, but you don't have to have that.
Awesome.
Okay.
Nice one.
So I'm going to have you stand up on this one for the first set. We're going to do a glute hamstring, back is straight, reach for your toes. Okay. But only go to where you can be allowed. Now, this is one that I was talking about earlier. If you cannot touch your toes and keep your legs straight and keep your back straight, do not try to touch your toes. Good. So from the front, her back is still straight. That's what's allowing you to keep the stretch in your glutes and your hamstrings. If you round the back, it becomes a back stretch and not your glutes and hamstrings. If you are a runner, your hamstrings are naturally tight, and you're not going to come down this far, and that's okay. So anybody with tight hamstrings might be struggling a little bit. Roz is rocking it. Look, yep, and if you can walk your hands out to go flat palms. That's up to you.
Stop. Exercise.
Okay, come up. On this, I'm going to have you turn sideways so they can see your flat back. So here was my next question I was going to ask Nicole, because I know she's going to know the answer to this. I'm trying not to put her on the spot with a quiz like I did Karen B. I feel bad about that. She knew the answer, though. So,
Begin set 2.
when is the best time for your muscles and your ligaments to do your stretching and flexibility?
Personally, I think after you've done a good workout, your body's nice and warm. I like to do it after a shower. I like to do this in the shower.
In the
Use
shower.
all the time. And
But
let
it
that
hits your
hot
back.
Water, open up your lower back.
So, yes, and there's been a lot of back and forth about when the best time to do flexibility training is. There isn't anything wrong with doing a light stretch before you work out. There's nothing wrong with that.
Exercise.
But to do true flexibility training where you're trying to get deeper and get those muscles to relax and work on those joints, you need to do it after you're warm from your workout. So once you are done here, there's nothing wrong with coming in and doing a quick stretch on the arms before we start arms. Here's set 3. Nothing wrong with that. But to really get a full, good, deep flexibility routine, wait until we're done with our weight training, wait till we're done with our cardio. Or even if you go out for a walk in the neighborhood, that's a good time. If you get in the pool in the summer and you're playing with your kids, you've been playing around, you're warmed up, get some stretching in afterwards. Okay, on the last set, Nicole, I'm going to have you sit down for it so you can show what a seated hamstring and glute stretch is.
Stop. Exercise.
Okay, so I'm going to have Nicole sit down. Many of these you can do seated. I've just been having her standing. So on this, sit straight up, shoulders are down and back. Her feet are flexed. She's going to put her hands out when she says go and reach as far as she
Begin set
can.
4.
And Nicole has a lot of natural flexibility in her back. That's okay. Nicole, drop your chin just a smidge. Yep, we want to keep that neck in line. Okay. Excuse me.
Each time
It does, yes. The first one might be the one that you're the stiffest. Relaxes a little for the second. By the fourth, that's when you're getting your best deep stretch.
Stop exercise.
All right.
and switch
So
to
Nicole, I'm going to have you sit right there. This is our pretzel stretch. So take that leg that's bent over the other leg. Yep. Opposite arm to opposite knee. Yep, there you go. Stretching, this is stretching the lower back into the hip. Keep their shoulders down and back.
Begin set 1.
Yeah, and we're going to stay 2 on this side before we switch. Nice. When I was younger and in sports and my different things, this was a stretch we always did, and I always felt like this is such a waste of time. I'm not getting anything out of this. And as I got older, I'm like, I can't even get into that position anymore. My body just doesn't like that anymore. So, yeah, very important. This is a scary fact that I'm going to share, and I'm not trying to bring anybody down with this, but this is why it is so important to stretch.
Stop exercise.
Take a break. Our flexibility starts decreasing once we go through puberty. How disappointing is that? But
Begin set 2.
here we go. But we're here doing something about it. We're going to prevent that from happening. You feel like you're more flexible now?
It's night and day.
Yeah.
It's night and day between what I could do when I started a year ago and what I can do now.
Yep.
And it's been really interesting to watch the growth.
And you've reduced injuries.
Yeah.
And even areas that you had to watch previously,
Right.
you don't have those issues with because she's been able to balance out, relax those muscles so they weren't ready to just, anytime she made them question what was going on.
I would say safely I spend at least an hour, 3 days a week, maybe 45 minutes stretching.
Good.
Begin set 3.
And you don't have to set that much time aside. This routine right here is 25 minutes. Even if you don't have that much time and you cut it in half, hit the major muscle groups right after you work out. That is still better than doing nothing. We're just putting this 25 minutes together so you can do it with us, get your ideas. This gives you the time so that it's an equal hold to them, but get some stretching in.
Stop exercise.
That feels nice.
I feel like Nicole's gonna go home and veg out and take a nap.
I might.
She was in this morning, got her workout
Begin
in,
set 4.
then went home and did her stretching workout, and now is back doing this with us. So she's done her work for the day. Good job.
And it's nice that this actually encourages you to hold your stretch. not
Yes.
Zoom through your stretches.
Exactly. I don't know if you heard that or not, but she said what's nice about this is doing it with Q Lady. You're holding the stretches for a specific amount of time, not just, oh, that's good enough.
To the next stage.
Okay, I'm going to have you face forward. You can kind of go at a little bit of an angle, whatever you prefer. We're going to do a straddle stretch.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
this is my least.
Least favorite. I saw that
my
face.
least favorite, and
Her
my least
toes are
successful.
up, hands on the floor, and she's just going to push them out to where she's comfortable. And again, you're going to get a stretch. Here we go, set 1. You're going to get a stretch, and you don't have to go real far. Yeah. Do you feel that more in the lower back, or do you feel
No,
like
it's inner thigh.
yeah, inner thigh?
It's just not. I am not. This is my least
Mhm.
flexible part of my whole body.
We all have that.
It is improving. I will say it is improving a lot. But
Some people this is hard for because their back is tight.
right,
Some
And
people
it's
it's
that-
hard for because of the glutes.
that pelvic tilt
Yep.
again that helps so much with this one.
Yeah.
Keeping your back in alignment and your legs up.
Take a break. So I know that sounds strange. If you didn't hear that, she said that pelvic tilt, helping keep the hips in line. That's those lower abs we're constantly harping on you for. Okay, this time we're going to go to the straddle,
Begin
but we're
set
going to
2.
reach to one side. Yep, very good. Look at that, skilled. Keep that pelvic tilt in to protect that lower back and keep it protected.
This is nice because you can kind of distract yourself with a nice side body stretch happening at the same time.
This is excellent for your obliques, all the way down through those shoulders and lats, even into the little bit of the hip there, the top of the hip. So she's saying that this one is better for her than being focused on the inner thigh tightness.
Multi-focus.
Okay, take your break. We're going to go to the other side. I feel like this video requires a bit more calmness than
Set 3.
the other workouts. Very good. I think it's because Nicole is in such a zen place right now that I'm just, I'm taking in her energy.
Relax.
So this is not the one you probably just want to sit and watch for entertainment value.
Sleep in a minute.
Don't worry, ladies, I won't let her fall asleep. Nice job.
Stop exercise.
All right. Last one, we're going to go back to the center. So reset, take a break, re-engage those lower abs before you move into this one.
Begin set 4.
Okay, here's set 4. Good job, good job. We're gonna start on the ground for the next stretch we have. I've got a couple variations I'm gonna show you so you can find what works best for you. So the first two that Nicole is going to show are gonna be on the ground. Look at Roz back there trying to be all nice and quiet.
Don't forget to breathe. It's easy to hold your breath.
It is.
Especially something like this where it's not your favorite stretch.
Right. Just like that exercise, it's not your favorite exercise. Okay, so Nicole is sitting up in the perfect position right now. Nicole, put your hands behind yourself. Take one leg and cross it over so your ankle is on your knee. Okay, now this is open. Oh, yeah, she's feeling that. That is opening up the hip. Set 1, lean into your foot. Feeling that all along the side. Okay, Nicole, I'm going to have you, if you can turn and face forward so they can see that from the front. Good. And she's using her hands to push herself forward. Very good.
This is one of the pain pleasure ones.
Right. That hip
This
gets
hurts,
so
but it
tight.
hurts in such a good way.
Yes. Now, on the second one, I'm going to have her do a little bit of a modification where on that one, go ahead and lay back down. Okay. Keep the right leg bent, left leg ankle over the knee. And on this one, sometimes this is uncomfortable for people, so find which one works best for you. On this one, she's going to, there we go, set 2. Use her hands, and she's got them laced under that right knee to pull that in. Nicole, which one do you feel more?
I feel the other one more, but
The
this
other?
one feels good too.
Okay.
The other one just goes
A little deeper?
into the hip and a little higher in the hip, whereas
Yep.
this kind of lands more in the
Okay.
area.
Now I'm going to have Nicole come up next, so you're going to see me pop into the video. Sorry, I didn't get to stay out of it completely today. I'm trying, but it's not going to happen. I'm going to pull a chair up, and I'm going to have her come up so she can show how to do this in a chair.
Stop.
So if getting down on the ground is too much, we can do all of these seated in a chair. So this is going to be very similar to the one she was sitting in at first. Now as she's going to lean forward and get that stretch. And see, this one allows her to use her upper body weight a little bit more to deepen that stretch. Do you feel that the most?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there are 3 different variations to find the one that fits where you are. Again, overstretching is not a good thing. If you're feeling pain, stabbing, sharpness, that is way too far in the stretch, too far deep in the stretch.
Stop exercise.
All right, and we're going to do the other side seated. So
So find out really quick which side is tighter and which side is looser. There's
Yes.
always a difference.
Begin set 4.
Here we go, set 4.
And this is my tighter side.
I love this song. Did you say you like it?
I said this is my tighter side. Yeah.
So she's really feeling this stretch. We've got one more stretch we're going to do.
This one too. So in the seated position, it also
Stop
does a little
exercise.
stretch of your lower back.
Lower back. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to have you stand up. You can use the chair right there. We're going to do a quad stretch on this. When you do a quad stretch, you actually want to use opposite hand, opposite leg. So, I can't hardly even do it. There you go. The key is, notice how her knee is still in line with the chair. Okay? Or not the chair, in line with her leg. So her knees are right next to each other. A lot of people want to pull that toe out to the side, or they lift the knee forward. Now, to make sure you're getting a good quad stretch up into the origin of the quad, push that hip forward. Squeeze the glute, lower ab engaged, push that, feel that. Oh yeah, there it is. Very good.
And also hold on. And do all of that.
I'm going to have her do the other leg like this, and I'm going to have her show a modification for the quad stretch. The last two are two different modifications depending on how tall your furniture is, what equipment you have available, and how tall you are.
Begin set 2.
Okay, here's set 2.
Got a little knot in my hamstring, sorry.
Stop exercise.
Okay, on this next one, she's going to face sideways in the chair. One leg is in the front of the chair, and one knee is up. Pull that toe up and lean forward, pushing that hip forward. Oh, I'm sorry, don't lean your chest forward, but push that hip forward.
Begin set 3.
Okay, very good. Now, another thing that will work, again, this is at home. My couch, the back of my couch is a perfect height for this. So how she has her knee on the chair right now, I will take my knee and put it behind the top of my couch and lean forward. The other thing you can do when you're here at pre-core, or if we have space, depending on, again, how high everything is, Nicole that might be a little tall. Take your break. Might be able to put her toe on the back of the chair. If it's hard for you to reach around and grab your knee, let's turn that chair sideways. That might be a little too tall, Nicole.
Maybe a little.
Begin set 4.
So if you have a chair that's about the right height of your hip, you can probably put your toe right on that. Are you feeling that stretch?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling it. That actually being a little higher, I can feel it deeper into
Because it's actually,
the insertion point by my knee.
exactly, yep.
I really feel that opening, that part is.
So sometimes it's playing around with what you have at home to see what works. As my knees have gotten tighter, it's harder for me to pull my knee back. Take your break. Okay, so that we are done.
Continue to the cardio area.
So it's harder for me to pull my foot back because my knee is so tight from the previous injuries and scar tissue. So finding the back of the couch to put my either knee on or even my toe on and leaning forward has been very helpful in being able to do a quad stretch. Nicole has demonstrated 8 amazing stretches, hitting the majority of the muscles that we work here at Fit Chicks, which we work them all, but we have 8 major muscle groups that we're working. So remember to do your new fitness training at the end of your cardio workout or after a walk in the neighborhood, anything where your muscles are warm, after a hot shower, a hot bath, that's when your muscles are loose. Nicole did an excellent job. We love you. Thank you all. Work out with Nicole. Thank you, Nicole.